So this rumor got my attention. The rumor is that Draymond Green would like to go back to the Pistons if the Warriors don't give him a new contract. So the situation with Draymond Green is that he has an opt-out clause after this upcoming season. So in the summer of 2023, he can opt out and become a free agent. He wants the Warriors to give him a max deal, which to me is unrealistic. I think Draymond would be delusional to believe that he can actually get a max not only from the Warriors but from any other team because he's definitely not a max player. I think to be a max player, you have to be at least a legit perennial all-star, and Draymond is not that. To be honest, I know some people will argue he's been to more than one all-star game, but I've only felt one of his all-star game appearances were legit. I felt the three other ones he's gone to have been just a bunch of BS, that he shouldn't have gone to those three other selections. I just thought those were charity selections the coaches gave him, but it goes to show you how even NBA coaches can be stupid and they don't always recognize legit all-star talent. So I don't think he's worthy of a max, but I think it is interesting how he's trying to leverage the Warriors into giving him a max deal now by even issuing this threat, according to these rumors. Granted, he hasn't said it directly, but we know his people are probably leaking this to the media, especially now that he's with Clutch Sports. So it's not shocking to me this is getting leaked out. But this is all part of their strategy to get him another big contract, if we're being honest. I'm going to look up Draymond's age. I think he has to be 32 by now. At least 32. Let me just check his age. Just looking it up right now. And okay, it shows he turned 32 in March of this year. So when he's a free agent next summer, he'll be 33. I think giving Draymond Green a max contract is a terrible idea, but especially at the age of 33, he's not worth it. But he's gonna try to get another big deal because this is really his last chance to get a big deal now. He's already had two big deals with his previous two contracts. So this is the last major contract him and his people are gunning for, aka Clutch Sports. So they're gonna try everything they can to leverage him to get a great deal, and they're using the Pistons right now as leverage, but I don't think it's going to work in his favor. I think the Warriors are not going to get baited into giving him what he wants or overpaying what the market offers him. The Warriors are smart. I think they'll approach it this way. They'll tell him like, "Hey, uh, go after your best offer, and if we feel we can match it, we'll let you know. But if we can't, you can just walk away." I think Draymond would actually take a little bit less than the best offer on the market next summer to stay with the Warriors because I think as delusional as he is, I think he even knows if he's not on the Warriors, he's not going to be able to win or he's not going to get as much hype as he normally does. His his status really depends on playing on the Warriors. If he played on any other team, he would just be a bum role player. But on the Warriors, he's overhyped, he's overrated because they're winning. So when you're winning, I always say people overrate you, and when you're losing, people underrate you. That's just the name of the game, especially in sports. And I feel Draymond's grossly overrated by playing for the Warriors. He's definitely not going to get that if he goes to any other team, especially the Pistons. The Pistons have potentially be really good probably in a few years. I think Cade Cunningham can be a good player. Their new rookie they have drafted Jaden Ivey. I saw him in summer league. He gave me shades of Ja Morant from what I saw in that one summer league game that I watched him. Granted, it was just a small sample size, but they could be a really good team in a few years. But it all hinges on Cade Cunningham reaching his potential and this Jaden Ivey kid producing. So we'll see, but I think Draymond would be a horrible addition to that team. He's not going to add anything. I know some people will say like, oh, veteran leadership, but really, is it really worth it to pay like over $100 million for veteran leadership when you can just sign a cheap role player who's already been in the league for a long period of time? So I just think it would be a dumb signing by the Pistons if they decide to give him the big money. Just if you're a Pistons fan, you should hope that you guys don't get Draymond. He would definitely hurt your team. I would feel, even though you're already a bad team right now, in the sense just having that albatross contract on your roster. Who knows how that could affect just building your team, or if you would have to sacrifice losing some young prospects for him down the line just to make way for that contract. I definitely would not want Draymond to be in Detroit if I'm a Pistons fan, and also he would be useless. I just don't think Draymond is a type of player that can be great on any team. Granted, I don't even think he's great on the Warriors, but I'll give him this. He's a very good role player on the Warriors due to the way their system is set up, due to playing with Steph and Clay. But without those guys, without playing on a stacked team, I believe Draymond would be useless. So he would definitely be useless for Pistons, and that's all I have to say about this matter.